Can't talk now.
He's gone.
Busy! I can't get that. I'm in the zone over here. Hee-haw.
You know how FedEx helped us with all our shipping needs? Overnight, ground, even the heavy stuff. And with fast, reliable deliveries and flexible pickups, I don't think Scott's gotten used to not being so busy.
Work, busy bee!
Grow your business with customized shipping solutions from FedEx.
Welcome to the Business Week video panel with women entrepreneurs. I'm Kimberly Weissel, editor of Business Week Small Biz. Today we'll be talking about work-life balance with three very accomplished women, all of whom have had high-level jobs in corporate America before becoming entrepreneurs. To my right is Nina McLemore, next to her is Pat Lorette DeMola, and after her, Deborah Leo. Welcome and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Thank you. So let's start with Nina. I'd like to ask each of our three guests to just tell us briefly what the most recent job was that they had in corporate America and then what their new businesses are doing now. Nina?
My most recent job was Senior Vice President at Liz Claiborne Incorporated and was responsible for strategic acquisitions and the Liz Claiborne Accessories business, which I founded. And my current business, which I started in 2003, is clothing for women professionals and executives and high net worth women whom I call community professionals. And we market to those women through a network of women entrepreneurs.
Great. Pat?
I started a company called Trade Settlement, and prior to that, I was with Merrill Lynch. I was a director of sales for syndicated global leverage finance.
Okay.
I worked there for many years and started the company in 2000, June of 2000. Trade Settlement provides settlement services to Wall Street. So we basically manage all the paperwork and all the data that needs to happen for investments in these large global syndicated bank loans.
Got it. Deborah?
Well, prior to opening my business, I was a retail executive for a $10 billion brand company with a national specialty rollout. In July of 2003, I established Retail Solutions Center, a company that designs and manufactures store displays and merchandising system for some of those most famous retail brands.
Okay. Now this panel today is going to be, as I mentioned before, on work-life balance. So before we really get rolling, I'd like to ask each of you what work-life balance really means to you. For a lot of people, when they hear that phrase, they assume it means having more time to spend with family, which is great, but for other people, it can mean very different things. So why don't we, again, start with Nina, and just, when you hear work-life balance, what are the things in your life that you're trying to integrate with your work so that you feel like you're running your business and not the other way around?
The things I can't wait to do are, number one, spend more time with my husband. Number two, get more than at least 6 hours of sleep a night, or maximum 6
Sleep
hours.
is totally underrated, right?
Absolutely. And number three is exercise, because I climbed Kilimanjaro and that was just, I felt so phenomenal when I did it, and now I'm totally out of shape. So those are the three things I really want to concentrate on. Plus, the other part is having more time for women's philanthropy. And then my personal favorite, which is music.
Big goals. Big goals.
Lots.
Okay. Pat?
For me, it's really about spending time working out and doing extracurricular sports. I do spend a lot of time on the Hudson River paddling in Hawaiian outrigger canoes.
Interesting.
And there's a New York outrigger club.
I didn't even know you could do that on the Hudson.
Believe it or not,
Okay.
yes. So between that and cycling and spending time with my partner and my dog, and you know, you have to really work hard to find that life balance, but work and life balance. But it's definitely something you have to strive for.
Excellent. Deborah?
I think having a life balance means having a healthy attitude toward whatever you do, whether it's in the business or it's at home. I mean, for me personally, my greatest pleasure is spending time with my family and shark fishing. So
Shark fishing, okay. Which sounds like it could involve a lot of travel and a lot of time.
It could involve a lot of
right?
travel, right. So I think, you know, finding things that make you happy at the workplace and at home are really what balance is all about.
Now, Deborah, was the desire for a better balance in your life part of what led you to leave your last post?
Well, actually, my motivation was really to spend more time with my son. However, after I resigned my position and came home, he became a teenager and really didn't want to have much to do with anything resembling a parent anymore.
So of teenagers,
yeah,
right?
really. So the first thing I did was bought a toy poodle, which helped a lot.
Okay.
And I still didn't feel that, you know, my life at that point was all in balance. So that's when I decided to open a business and create that piece of the world for me. and my family.
Okay. Pat, how about you?
For me, it was really, after working on Wall Street for over 20 years, I really wanted more flexibility in my schedule and a desire for more autonomy and independence.
Okay.
I mean, those were goals that may or may not be real or really achievable as an entrepreneur, but I have found a lot more flexibility in a startup and in a young and growing company.
And how about you, Nina?
For me, it was that I really felt that I wasn't learning anymore.
Oh, that's boring.
Yes. And
We don't want to be
so
bored.
at 48, I went back to business school and got my MBA. And
Okay.
because I really wanted to learn corporate finance because I knew I wanted to have my own business. And I saw an opportunity in the market that I thought wasn't being filled. But part of that opportunity was providing a life-work balance for all of those women who sell our products.
Interesting. Now, is it possible, you said you wanted to find a space for yourself, Deborah, to create that space. Is it possible to have a work-life balance as an entrepreneur? I mean, the stereotype of a young, fast-growing company, which all of you are involved in, is that it's just full-on 24/7 and that you never get a break. Is it possible?
Well, I believe it's possible because I believe I've achieved it. Was it easy to achieve? No, I can't say that it was. I mean, when you start a business, I think the thing is that you have to spend a lot of additional time planning how to manage your time so that you can have a balance, so that you can achieve your business objectives and spend time taking care of yourself as well.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say they actually had achieved work-life balance. So although I want to hear from our other two guests, what's your secret? How'd you do it? I don't think I've ever heard that before. It's amazing.
I think it's your attitude. I think it's an everyday struggle.